Shine, everyone, and thank you for joining us on air and streaming right now on the KARE 11 app here on this Monday morning. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. Jason Hackett and Alicia Lewis here with you. I know I was moving all weekend, so it wasn't so wonderful for me, and it was hot out there.
It was so hot. I saw a lot of people having grad parties and whatnot, so at least it was not so rainy for them, especially Courtney, if they had it on Saturday.
Oh my goodness, yeah, Saturday was definitely my pick, right? It was the day that we had the summer-like conditions. It was a little bit humid, but we didn't have to worry about the rain. Unfortunately, this week we do have a chance of rain nearly every day, and it's that heat and humidity that is feeding the chance of rain. Now, we did have a passing shower here in the backyard a few moments ago. Now it is a little bit drier, but I think that tells the story. We're going to have waves of rain and showers off and on today. The most activity, the bulk of it, I should say, is out to our northwest, Fergus Falls, Detroit Lakes, Alexandria, all of you guys getting some heavy rain and even some thunder this morning. Nothing severe just yet, but Alexandria, you do have that marginal risk of severe weather today. 70 for most of us right now. It is a warm and muggy start to the day. High temperatures today and for the rest of the week will climb into the 80s. Hey, Cece.
Hey, good morning. 6:02. Let's check this out. If you're driving through Rogers, you're going to see this crash on 94 eastbound. This crash is just east of Highway 610. You see it's there in the median. See a couple tow trucks there and a squad car, but it's causing a decent amount of slowing in that area. We see the slowing is well past Highway 610 now as you're making your way toward the Maple Grove area. If you're in that area, you probably should detour. County Highway 10 is a great detour, County Road 81. If you're wanting to stay on 94, you need to leave it 15 plus minutes earlier than you normally would if you want to get through this backup and still be on time for work. I'll let you know when things clear up in that area. But one of the crashes that I'm keeping my eye out for this morning, again, you saw multiple lanes closed in that area. That's the only area where I'm seeing a decent amount of slowing right now. Everywhere else around the Twin Cities Metro is green and moving nicely. I know Courtney was mentioning rain. Where I'm seeing rain on the grounds up in the Brainerd area, that's one place. But once you are in the Twin Cities Metro, roads are dry, so you shouldn't have to add any time in the Twin Cities Metro unless you're driving through Rogers right now.
All right, CC, thank you very much. Let's get to breaking news out of the Philippines. A 7.8 magnitude earthquake hit the Southeast Asian country overnight. That quake affecting the capital city of Manila, and this morning the death toll keeps rising.
Megan McPherson is joining us from the live desk with the very latest. Megan.
Good morning. We know that the powerful 7.8 magnitude earthquake struck around 7:37 Monday morning local time in the Mindanao region of the southern Philippines, killing at least 32 people. That death toll did recently just rise and injuring more than 200 others. CNN reporting the quake hit just as students were returning for the first day of the new school year. Take a look at this video. You can see terrified elementary school students crouching outside as the ground beneath them shook violently. Officials say several buildings collapsed, with additional damage reported in nearby coastal villages as tsunami waves nearly 3 feet high hit parts of the shoreline. Rescue crews are continuing to search those damaged areas as they work to assess the full extent of the destruction and confirm the total number of casualties. And the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center says there is no threat to Hawaii at this time. That is some good news. I'll continue following the latest developments and share any updates as more information becomes available. Back to you.
Megan, thank you. We're also following breaking news from overnight in the war in Iran. A wave of attacks between Iran and Israel is threatening to drag the Middle East back into an all-out war. Israel launched strikes on central and western Iran early this morning in response to missile fire from Tehran. Officials say it's the most serious crossfire since a ceasefire was reached back in April. President Trump says he told Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu not to retaliate. All right, 6:05 here on your Monday. Well, happening today, a protest over plans to redevelop George Floyd Square in Minneapolis.
The construction on the project is scheduled to start at 7 a.m. Audrey Russo's out there now with the concerns coming from protesters. Audrey.
Yeah, I actually just spoke with the co-chair of the Community Visioning Council for George Floyd Square. You can see in the light of day where the proposed project is going to take place. They've asked protesters to arrive before 7. Less than a week ago, though, the city council rejected the proposal to give Minnesota Agape Movement exclusive rights to develop this area, the intersection of 38th and Chicago, the People's Way. Now, Agape is a violence interrupter group that wants to build a 6-story building with a cafe and a museum here. Now, Mayor Jacob Fry supports this plan, but the City Council's zoning committee, on the other hand, argues Agape has no real estate development experience. They also say that this plan lacks buy-in from the neighborhood.
The community-centered approach is very, very important. You cannot put something that community does not appreciate or welcome.
Now, the full city council could vote on this as early as Thursday. If the council denies it, city staff can make a new recommendation or go back to the drawing board and try to find a new developer. But again, protesters are expected here before 7. Construction is supposed to begin at 7. You can see some crews, some trucks driving by with sandbags, putting up barriers. So we're going to stay here and continue to bring you live coverage through our stream on our KARE 11 app. Back to you.
Audrey, thanks for that update. Well, in just a few hours, trial begins for the man accused of helping kill someone inside Bar Zia in Minneapolis. This is video from the scene back in October. Prosecutors say video shows 24-year-old Dantrell Clark punching the victim several times on the dance floor before the alleged shooter, Arlonzo Williams, fired several shots. Investigators say that the two men are part of the Lowe's Street Gang, while the victim was allegedly involved with a rival gang. Clark is facing second-degree murder charges. His court appearance is set for 9 a.m.
This morning, the Birch Bay fire near Ely is fully contained, and officials know what sparked it. In an update over the weekend, they revealed it was likely started by a U.S. Forest Service worker's chainsaw. The Forest Service was cutting down trees to reduce fuel to prepare for a prescribed burn. Officials say the fire was at 1.35 acres, but no structures were lost.